Today we're flying first class in the world's best airline for an absolutely mind-blowing affordable price. Which is crazy because arriving to our suite, it's also by far the world's largest first class, being literally quadruple the size of Emirates. Having of course this massive privacy door, making this feel like a 5-star hotel room, which has a tremendous amount of room, being able to fit 3 full-size bobbies, with of course the seat itself being the star of the show. Being able to be swiveled all around the room in circles and move back and forth, with also of course being able to recline, as well as this also being the most expensive airplane seat ever made by luxury Italian furniture maker Poltrona Frau. However, the real amazing thing about this room are the different features unlike any other first class. Like over here having a Murphy-like bed in your suite, which as you'll see later transforms into something pretty special. And also this super cool like iPad that controls literally everything in your suite. A full-on closet with also having 3 other storage places with its own vanity mirror. Not one, but 2 TVs. Because we have what's called the double room. That's typically only available to 2 passengers traveling together, but we somehow got ridiculously lucky with having only 1 other passenger on board, creating a literal double room just for ourselves, which has a ridiculous amount of space to walk around in, and of course, double of everything. And honestly, I can't believe this is a thing because, like, you can hardly see me back here. But ladies and gentlemen, this is nowhere near the coolest thing in this. That is certainly the luxury amenities. Like, of course, over here in this beautiful storage compartment, we have some of the world's best headphones. Or over here, we have a full-on goodie bag of luxurious PJs of the top and the bottom. Or over here, we have, of course, the famous Singapore Airlines slippers. But ladies and gentlemen, this is nothing compared to the coolest one of a gift bag from one of the most luxurious brands in the world of Lalique. So item number 1, and throw up the money counter, we have a beautiful facial mist, body lotion, or what probably is the most epic item of the perfume. But of course the item that's definitely the best is the bag itself. But ladies and gentlemen, the amenities do not stop there. You see, they also offer some of the most epic amenity services out of any airline. And the first one is so fancy that let me just change, because the first amenity we booked is called Book the Chef, where you can ask them to make practically any meal you want. Wow, that's beautiful. So for the first course, I of course had to go with the smoked duck, which looks absolutely stunning, being on a bed of salad and accompanied by some bread on the side. So honestly, sitting here in this massive room, I honestly just can't believe.
Don't forget to eat.
Okay. Thank you. I feel like I'm a kid on this flight. You like my bow tie?
I like from this part down.
But for our main course, we of course went with a lobster thermidor, which is a French dish of lobster meat cooked in a rich wine sauce, which is stuffed back into the lobster shell and of course topped with the highest quality melted Gruyere cheese. So in other words, a dream on a plate. And honestly, just looking at this, I cannot believe this is on a plane right now. Like, I didn't even know lobster could come on a plane, let alone be cooked. Oh my gosh, that looks stunning. This is unbelievable. Oh my gosh!
Special edition!
Oh, thank you guys so much!
Yeah, we have smoke
Wow,
effect, and then we have a companion for you.
This is beautiful!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
This is our chocolate cake with also an ice cream.
This is just for smoke effect.
Smoke
Okay.
effect, please
Don't
not
drink
consume.
it, please. This
Oh
is
my
a
gosh.
local dessert. Actually, it's brioche toast
Okay.
with kayak, and this is a card from us.
Oh, you guys are so nice! Wow. Absolutely unreal. Never have I ever felt so taken care of on an airplane. And also with absolutely tremendously delicious looking food. This is one of the best days of my life. Now, the booking the cook amenity was amazing, but the amenities do not stop there. You see, in your suite, you of course have this TV, but also over here, you have an HDMI port. Plug in and play your favorite game console, anything from a PS5 to literally any system. So, for example, we have a PlayStation controller here, and you just plug in the game system to the HDMI port, and boom, it's on the big screen. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, this is a freaking dream playing my favorite game at 30,000 feet in the sky. Now what's insane about this experience is we haven't even scratched the surface of things that you can do on this plane. For example, near your suite there's also this room where honestly it feels like they're just trying to spoil it. Just take a look at this room with having this beautiful seat in mirror, plant, The most fancy hangar I've ever seen on an airplane. Beautiful, massive vanity window with a sink that the luxurious water flow. And the reason why I use spoiled as the word is here they have any type of amenities you would like. From different facial mists to perfume to body lotion to literally anything else you want to request. But the reason that we're here is to get on a set of PJs because we're headed to definitely one of the coolest parts of the entire journey. Like, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the bed. Oh my gosh, would you just take a look at this thing? Like, again, this is not the airplane seat. This is a pull-out bed. And not only is it a pull-out bed, but it's literally the size of a normal queen-size bed. Like, what? Having 1, 2, 3, 4 pillows, a ridiculously comfortable comforter, nice plush blanket. And honestly, it is so comforting. But probably my favorite part is this is literally the first bed I've ever seen on an airplane that can have bobby rolls coming in at 1.5 bobby rolls. And you know, you might have noticed that we don't have one TV, but 2 big screens here. So for example, I could be watching one movie on here and another movie on there. It is absolutely amazing. So after watching an amazing movie, there's another amenity that, let's just say, I've never heard of it before. You see, being in first class on Singapore Airlines is like being at a luxury buffet. And you can order whatever you would like at any time, as many times as you would like, from this absolutely massive menu. And not only that, but in your own bed. Literally making this a bed and breakfast. Yeah, thank you so much.
Hold on.
Perfect, thank you. Would you just look at this? Having both a massive cheese platter of anything from Comté to blue cheese to other super fancy artisan cheeses, and also another absolutely beautiful plate of fruits from grapes to also mango to even dragon fruit. And it's time to enjoy it in bed over, you know, another movie in the sky. So, a couple hours later, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the legendary 4-course dinner. And honestly, it just doesn't feel right wearing these, so you already know I had to throw back on the bow tie.
Wow, what have you brought?
So for our first course, we have a beautiful chicken satay, which looks absolutely stunning, with looking like the most tender chicken I've ever seen, and is also served with cucumbers and spicy peanut sauce. And it's actually funny because these satay are so famous on Singapore Airlines that they literally sell them by the pack. And honestly, sitting here with this beautiful food, looking around this room, I just still can't get over how amazing this.
Don't forget to eat.
I will. I will definitely get back to eating.
Wow, that's a beautiful bread tray. I'll take some garlic bread, yeah. Thank you so much.
Some means too.
I like how you...
For our second course of dinner is, of course, the famous soup course on Singapore Airlines, which is a lentil soup that honestly looks freaking amazing, with being curated by one of the top Indian master chefs, which is super cool, as each food, there's not one house chef that curates it all, but over 7 from all different countries, ensuring the taste and ingredients in each and every dish are the best as possible. And although the soup is amazing, what truly excites me is the main course.
Wow. What have you brought? Oh, wow. Look at, yeah, that looks amazing.
You enjoy that?
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
And for our main course of dinner, we have the beautiful lamb, which again is a second for a type of dish I've never seen on an airplane. Like, just taking a look at this lamb, it looks absolutely stunning, with being on a bed of quinoa and a side of sweet potatoes. And honestly, I've never felt before out of any airline that the food is being made from a chef, but this right here, this is unfreaking real. I honestly just can't get over what we're experiencing right now, and especially for the price that we got. And if you watched my last airplane video, I asked you guys if you wanted a larger explanation of how you get these tickets for so cheap. So ladies and gentlemen, here we go. So there's two ways to pay for this first class ticket. Number one is booking normally with straight cash, which typically is way more expensive than option two. However, if you want to go this route, the best sites are completely not the airlines, but websites that find air hacks, which automatically goes through all booking hacks you can use when buying a flight, which some of these hacks include booking a hidden city on your itinerary, meaning your final destination is different from your destination you wish to get to. So for a flight, let's say Paris to New York, you could actually book Paris to New York to Punta Cana, which is much cheaper than just Paris to New York. Don't ask me why, it's just how airlines work. However, the second way is mostly how everyone gets these tickets for quote-unquote cheap, which is all about building miles via credit cards, which you can do either from sign-up bonuses, to of course earning points from purchases, to even finding good mile sales. Now, this is not sponsored by any credit card, but I definitely recommend checking out the American Express cards, which depending on the one you choose and how much you spend, could earn you a bunch of welcome points, which you can then convert to booking this flight with a combination of miles plus paying for the taxes of the flight. And I'm by no means an expert on this, so if you want to learn more about how to get started on this, I definitely recommend checking out one of these different blogs. But at the end of the day, those are the steps in how you can experience something like this. Or Landon. And I'm sad. And I honestly think Lionel and Anish saw that because they brought me ice cream. So as we land, I gotta say, this was literally the best airplane seat and service first class experience of all time.